Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so each time I upload a new video you're going to be the first to come and watch. And if you're returning, welcome. This is your girl Lozennel, and today I'm going to be talking about depression. You must know that I have critical interest in your happiness, and one of the things that would distort your happiness is depression. You need to know if you're depressed. That's one of the things that can happen. You may be depressed and yet you're not aware of it, and the consequences are very, very, very disastrous. Depression is the feeling of sadness or loss of interest in activities or anger that interferes with a person's life. Depression is very, very common, and depression is considered a very serious medical condition. Mostly it cannot be explained, and this disease or serious medical condition affects how you behave, how you act, affects how you feel, affects you emotionally and physically. That is why you need to know if you're experiencing depression. And many people don't function at work, not just because they are not competent, but because of how depressed they are. So that's why we need to be able to identify if we are feeling any form of depression inside of us. For some people, it is not a day-to-day. It's not a day-to-day thing, because of course it is something very easy or common for us to feel low and feel loss of interest once in a while, but for some people it is a consistent thing. So depression is not just about feeling down for a day, but mostly about persistently feeling sad. So if you're always feeling sad, you're always feeling down, always feeling like you don't have interest in activities, you need to check if you are depressed. And that is a critical sign to show that you are depressed. Many people are not aware that they are experiencing depression, and in most cases, if you're not aware, it can lead to a lot of things. I've seen people who commit suicide because they were experiencing depression and it was not properly handled. Globally, more than 264 million people of all ages suffer from depression. And it may interest you to know that more women are affected by depression than men. So this is just a call to make sure that if you have a sister, a mother, or someone out there, a female out there that is your friend, be close to them, because they experience depression more than the men. Depression is not mood fluctuation, please take note, or emotional responses or reactions. Depression can affect your production at work, at school, in life in general, your career, your ministry, your relationship. At its worst, depression may lead to suicide. I think I've mentioned that. So you need to check on your children. Make sure that they are not experiencing depression. In Psalms chapter 143 verses 7 to 9, I'm going to read. It says, "Answer me quickly, O Lord, my spirit fails. Do not hide your face from me, or I will be like those who go down to the pit. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I lift up my soul. Rescue me from my enemies, O Lord, for I hide myself in you." This scripture shows a level of depression. This person was hoping, expecting, the psalmist was expecting something to happen. And depression is a high level of expectation. It happens when you feel like everything has gone off your road, like you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. Be very careful. Please check on your loved ones. Depression is the peak of waiting, and if you are not careful, you may act out of it. And most of the times when you're going through depression, you should know that it's like an edge of the breakthrough. You're almost there. So be very careful not to act out. The psalmist's words depict how completely broken and sad and lost he was, and expectant and hopeful. And I know that some of us may be going through that period right now. But I want to tell you this. Don't give up. Just hold on and make sure to. I'm going to be giving the ways to come out of it, but I'm talking about depression. This is us trying to notice if we are actually experiencing this aspect. There are certain points you get where you don't even know what you're feeling. You cannot talk about it. You cannot even explain. You don't even know how to explain how you're feeling. Be very careful. You may be experiencing depression. It is important to note that feeling down at times is a normal part of life, but consistently feeling down is something you need to check. You need to seek for counsel. I'm going to be talking about that. And if you are always upset, be very careful. Feeling irregular depression, it must be treated. You need to treat yourself. There are symptoms of depression, and they are experienced in different ways among men, women, and children. So this is to tell you that men experience it differently, women experience it differently, and children also experience depression. So be very careful. Don't feel like because you're grown up, you're the only one that can go through things. Children also go through things. So I'm going to be explaining in that aspect. So on the aspect of mood, men experience anger. You see them, they are always angry, they are always aggressive, irritable, they are anxious and restless. So check if you see your friend, a male, who is always like this, your husband who is always angry, anxious, irritable, and restless. Check, maybe they are experiencing some form of depression. For women, they are always irritable. Everything you say is not just okay, they're irritable. And for children, they're always irritable. Mommy, I don't like this. They are always angry, they have mood swings, and they are always crying. So make sure to always check your children. On the aspect of emotional well-being, men always feel sad and they feel empty and hopeless. So if you see a man that is always expressing words of hopelessness, like I feel like I'm not okay, I'm not worthy enough, make sure they are check on them. The same thing with women. So if you see a woman that is always like, I don't feel enough, I can't do it, I can't do this, make sure that you check on them. And for children, they are feeling incompetent. That's a very you need to check it. And mommy, I can't do it. They always say, mommy, I will not be able to do it. Check it. Don't let it not develop into something else. And they're always having a feeling of despair, of crying. They're always crying, and then intense sadness. So check on your children. On the aspect of behavior, men will always lose interest in activities, no longer finding pleasure in the things that they used to do. They are the things that they loved doing. They're feeling tired easily, and they have thoughts of suicide. And you always hear them, I want to feel like just dying, I want to just kill myself. And drinking excessively. If you see someone drinking excessively, check, maybe they are depressed, they are experiencing some form of depression. And using drugs, abusing drugs, caffeine and tramadol, try to check on them. Maybe they are going through some form of depression. Still on men, they engage in high risk activities. And for women, they lose interest in activities, they withdraw from social engagement and gathering, and they have thoughts of suicide. For children, they start getting into trouble in school, they refuse going to school, they are avoiding friends and siblings, they're always trying to be alone, and they also have thoughts of suicide. So try to note and take and check your children, your friends, your loved ones, your wife, your husband. And on the aspect of cognitive abilities, the men have difficulty concentrating, and they also have difficulty completing tasks. They start something and they're not able to complete it. So always check on them. And for women, they have thinking and talking more slowly. If you see a woman that is always, they talk a lot and then they start talking slowly, I'm not okay, I'm not feeling well, please check on them. And for children, they have difficulty concentrating in their studies. So if you have a child that at some point if you check your child, he has difficulty in concentrating, decline in school. So if you have a child who is very, very intelligent, and then all of a sudden the child just drops, maybe that child is experiencing depression. So check on your child, and the performance drops and changes in grades. Be very careful. Check on your child. Ask them, how are you feeling? What is happening to you? And sleep patterns. The next one is the sleep patterns. You see a man who always experience insomnia, that's lack of sleep. They don't sleep at all during the day, at night, no nap, no siesta, no night sleep. And they are restless. They have a restless sleep. They have excessive sleeplessness sometimes. They sleep too much. Check, they are experiencing depression. For women, they have difficulty sleeping. They go through nights without sleeping. They wake up too early, and they are sleeping too much and loss of energy. And the same thing that happens to children. So if you see your child on a normal basis, this child does not sleep like this, and then all of a sudden the child starts sleeping a lot, and the child is waking up too early, please, that child may be experiencing depression. Talk to them. And physical well-being. In physical well-being, the person is, for male, they are always fatigued, always tired in their head. They have digestive problems. So if a man, you see them, they have problems with digestion, make sure you check on them. Maybe they're experiencing depression. And for women, they have headaches, waist pain, they have increased cramps, and it changes, their life changes, and they have weight gain and weight loss, typical weight gain and typical weight loss. So check on your children. And the same thing with children, they lose energy and they have digestive problems. So make sure to check on your loved ones. And in my next video, I'm going to be talking about the causes of depression. Now we know that you may know if you're experiencing depression, but what causes depression? We're going to be talking about that. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to share, and please like and leave a comment. God bless you, and please make sure to watch the next video. Thank you.